Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And again, we have the beautiful, the talented, the courageous, the glowing queen herself, AJ. Y'all remember her from the last video, but this time we are here to eat both of our favorite things.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We are vegan, so she has like a vegan pad thai. We have some mixed vegetables here. I have a vegan chow mein, and let's get into it. I'm hungry.
Girl, this is my favorite hobby. I am so excited.
I like what you said too in one of your other videos when you was like, you don't usually work out, but I guess your trainer asked you to work out.
Oh, girl.
And he was like, usually, I mean, he was like, since he put them both together, it's kind of like I have to work out in order to eat.
Yeah.
So you worked out.
It was a trick, but you know,
That was hilarious.
beauty's pain, you know.
Well, let's get into it.
Let's
Ready?
get into it.
See you guys in a sec.
So we finna just dive right in. Maybe we should start with actually let's start with the food first.
Please,
priorities.
Can we just get one bite in?
One bite.
Before...
Are you gonna use a
spork?
Spork?
Spork.
Is it a spork or spork?
Spork. I don't know. A spork. It's probably a spork.
Who thought of this?
I probably use.
This person probably became a millionaire off of like.
It did.
You know, there's a spoon and there's a fork, but there's no fork.
Let's put it together. I think that would be cool. I probably use my spork because I am not good at chopping.
I'm a thug. I'm gonna chop it out, y'all. Chop, chop.
I'm not good at it at all.
So I got my tofu greens popping off right here. Let's see.
It smells so good. Wow.
Mmm.
Is that spicy? It smells spicy.
But I like spicy food anyway, so.
Not me, count me out. I'm the biggest baby with spice.
Really? Are you from the South? You don't like hot sauce?
No, I do like hot sauce. That's what I'm saying. That's what I can do. But like, people be like overdoing it. Like, they just, it's like, keep it simple. They be overdoing it. I just can't handle too much of that. I love hot sauce though, Louisiana. That's my favorite is Louisiana.
I love. Is that Louisiana Red Rooster?
I don't know, but I like that.
Yeah, Louisiana, the little Red Rooster, the yellow one. I like that one. And then there's actually a little. It's called like Mexican. That's what it's called.
I like a Red Hot too, but when I'm trying to be extra saucy, I like sriracha.
I never got into sriracha.
I mean, it's alright. I can only handle a little bit though. It's just.
Is it spicy? I never got into it. Like, I remember when I used to go to like the little Chinese. Oh my god! In the hood, they have like Louisiana fried chicken mixed with Chinese food restaurants, and on the counter for the Chinese food restaurant, they would have sriracha right next to the Red Rooster. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it just didn't seem like a good mix to me.
This is what's spicy. That's what I'm smelling. I'm like, something smells spicy. It's that.
Oh, that sauce?
I think it's a chili sauce.
Sauces is everything. All right, let me do this. So the first question, I put up some questions, you guys, just for a guide. But you know, this is gonna be one of them real conversations that just flow. But this is just, you know, a guide. So, Joya,
yes, ma'am.
What's something not many people know about you?
It's kind of sad because I feel like I'm an open book.
Okay.
Many people don't
live by your truth. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm an open book. Like if someone asks me, the only thing that like I'm really like secretive about or like I hold close to me is like relationships. Like being in a relationship with someone, like I don't blast them to the world just because I keep that
personal.
You know, it's very personal. You know what I mean? So like I'll never be the girl to like put them all over my social media. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's beautiful, but at the same time, I still like, it's different between secrecy and what do you call it when people secrecy and like privacy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we're private, but I'll never be secret about that person. Like people know
Right.
that I'm in a relationship.
I like that. I like that.
People know I'm in a relationship, but they'll never know like.
But it's not
what's
for the
going on
world.
between
Like
us.
to not feel like we live in a generation now where if things are not posted online, it does not happen. It doesn't mean
Exactly.
it's real. Doesn't mean it exists. Oh, your man doesn't post you. He doesn't love you. Oh, your girlfriend doesn't post you. She got other guys on the side. Like when that's not the case. Sometimes it's just none of y'all business.
None of your business. I mean, and take it for what it's not me being disrespectful. It's none of your business. Like you may know what he looks like if you see us out, or if I do, like it's his birthday. I don't know, something. You know what I mean? But like you'll never know like what's going on between us. You'll never know where we at. You'll never know. You know what I mean? Like that part I keep secret, but like. You know, if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna let you know he's never gonna be a secret, but our life is definitely a secret too. So I think that's what people maybe that when I am in a relationship, people don't know because I don't like blast it. To
That's
the world.
good.
Yeah,
That's really good because that means like you do it. You living for you. Like it's easy to start living for like.
and I just feel like there's so many toxic people in the world, and there's so many. That I really do, to a certain extent, believe when people say like social media can ruin your relationship, whether it be, you know what I mean, whether it be the things that people come out and say or whatever, it be true, false, whatever. It's just like I don't know. Yeah, I'm really indifferent about that. So yeah,
I stick to that.
It's something people don't know about.
A lot. I'm just kidding. I'm private. I'm private AF because I just like y'all know like a lot of if you guys watch my YouTube and you watch me on social media, I post and I keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And I don't go into too much detail. You won't know who I'm with. You won't know really who I'm dating until I want you to know. Because I just feel like there's like that. There's beauty in that. You give me like that private life, like people don't know about. There's like my love life, like people who follow me on YouTube now, like know, like obviously I'm dating Shaka, like they know that, but it's like people don't know too much about the way, like they haven't seen my new home yet. A lot of people don't know I even moved. People don't know like I graduated with 2 degrees this year. Like I do post about stuff, but I don't have to go. I'm not going to look for like that. Like, oh, y'all, I did this. Like, no, I'm something I'm proud of. Let me put that out there. But guess what? Like, while I'm showing this one thing, I'm also working on 10 other things that you will not know about until I'm ready for you to know about.
And I feel like because like you have a good following on Instagram, social media, mine's not as good as yours, but it's still good. You know what I mean? And I think that like when things like that happen, people are just nosy. They just feel like they have to know everything. Like it's like you put a little bit out there, they want more, and it's like no, just take this. You know what I mean? Like
it can get a lot.
It can be.
People start giving you relationship advice that you didn't ask for. If your significant other starts doing something or did something, they will send it to you, and it can be taken out of context.
And that's what I was saying about
it can start stuff. Now, don't get me wrong though. I appreciate y'all being the FBI for your girl. Like I appreciate it, but sometimes things it's not necessary. I feel like there's God's way, and then when other things start coming in that's not of Him, it's not necessary.
And it's especially like if you guys have already talked about it and you gotten over it, but people are constantly sending things, so it's constantly to remind you, and you're like, you're about to make me mad all over again. We got past it.
Like lay next to him at night, looking at him like, I thought we were over that. I'm like,
right. Well, somebody's reminded me of it again today. Yeah, it's just a lot. Yeah, so I guess we both can say that we're very proud of people that most people don't know because
definitely private.
We are heavily on social media, so people think that like we're these open people, but no. It's like
Side note, guys, every time I grab my phone, I'm literally just looking up the questions again because my phone will like exit out, and I got the questions on my phone. Okay, next question. Take your bite, girl. Take your bite. I know how it can be. It's okay. I'm listening. I hate like when I'm at the dinner table and I'm about to eat that bite. And they're like, so what's your plans for the future? I'm like, oh, you want the monologue right now? Like you see me about to take this bite. I was salivating for it, and you want to ask me a question? Anyway, what are you most passionate about?
And then see, I'm a very passionate person, so this again, like I feel like I'm passionate about everything, like life, my career, relationships, my career, like I'm just everything I do is with passion. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm very selective on who I spend my time with, who I give my energy to, what opportunity I give my energy to, because like once I do it, I'm very passionate about that thing. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I have to be very, very selective with my with my choosing. Yeah, because I don't do anything half. You know what? Like if I choose to do it and I'm very focused on this thing or this person, passion. That's like straight passion. Like so, like it could be anything.
I feel like I'm learning that now. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, because I'm the same way, but like you have to like learn who you want to give that to, what you want to give that to, because not everything. It's so easy to give yourself to everybody, but then you start running yourself dry and you're giving half of yourself to everybody because you're doing so many things. You're not even getting everything you're for, but you have passion behind it. You want to see this project succeed. You want to see this person glow up. You want to see this person, this thing, you know, expand into like whatever. So I get you on that for sure. Yeah. Because I've wasted many, many years on putting my energy towards people or things who didn't deserve it, and yeah, so that's something I've learned too. So so anything that I do or y'all see me doing, because I'm very passionate about that. You know what I mean? So yeah. How about yourself? Something I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about a lot of things, but I feel like the passion right now is within myself. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I became selfish in the best way. Come on. So it's like I'm passionate about making sure AJ's okay, AJ succeeds, AJ, because I put myself through college. I didn't get no loans. My parents didn't get to pay for anything. So when I saw that money go away in my bank account, I need to make sure it was for something, and not just so it looked good on, you know, a social media picture, or it looks good for hanging on my dad's, you know, wall in the house. Like, I'm very passionate about making sure I'm okay. So then I can make sure other people are okay. But right now, prior to that, I've always, like I was saying, like I've given myself to so many things and so many people, where it's like it started wearing me, like myself dry. So I'm like, let me make sure I'm good so I can give myself to others. Selectively, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. I have a question. Since you're on that topic, that you just now learned to start choosing you first, was there a time or like a significant thing to where you finally realized your worth, or like you started loving yourself more than, like, can you pinpoint?
Yeah, for sure. Tanzania.
When that turned? Okay.
Tanzania 2020, and I hate to, this is my truth, this is honesty, because I wouldn't want to tell you guys something that's like, sounds good, but my guy put that confidence in me, because I remember dating prior, and you know, I only felt comfortable if I had a wig on. I only felt comfortable if my face was beat and I had like a cute fitted outfit on and my heels or whatever the case may be. I only felt accepted in that sense. I went to Africa. I fell in love. I fell in love with not only him but myself first. He was like, take the wig off, take the lashes off, take the makeup off. You're a goddess. You are a god. Like you are beautiful. And like and it like made me cry on a night one night, because I was just like this is everything I prayed for. Come on. And I didn't know it was right in front of me all these years. And so it was like, for me, that self-love reflected, where it was like when I started wearing my natural hair, accepting Ajane for my wrongdoing and my right doings. You know, I'm my biggest supporter, but I'm also like my biggest critic. And I'm like, dang, it didn't go right. Why didn't it go right? And I'm always beating up on myself, but I'm like, damn, but you know what? This did go right. Man, I did do that. Oh my gosh, I did make this person happy today. I did, you know, knock this thing off my to-do list. Yeah. So,
oh, I love it.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine has a lot to do with my hair, actually. I returned natural, because I hate when people saying I went natural, because it's like we've always been this way, but socially our hair wasn't accepted, so we started getting relaxers. So I would say when I returned back to being natural, I I didn't like let it grow out. I just did the big chop. I cut all of my hair off. I literally had this much hair, like even less than you did. This much hair, and that's how I walked around, right?
I think I remember. No, when was this?
This was before. This was a year and a half before I moved here. But I mean, like I've done like, you know, throwback Thursdays and stuff like of it.
So I could have sworn I've seen a picture with you.
You probably seen it. Yeah, I've done throwback Thursdays, but the moment that I had the hairdresser cut my hair off, because I've always had thick, like I've always had a lot of hair, whether it was relaxed and now you guys can see that I have a lot of hair. It was the day that I cut all of that off and I really looked at myself in the mirror. Like I was bald headed, no makeup on, no jewelry on, no nothing. I really looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, there she is. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, despite how socially unacceptable this may be, whether, you know, it be career wise, you know, me at that time trying to further my modeling career, I was like, this is me. You know what I mean? That's when I started loving me. You know what I mean? Along the way between those times, of course, I've met people or even in the modeling career, people make you feel ugly, or they make you feel little, they pick you apart, whether it be because we are both, you know, dark-skinned women, not only women, but dark-skinned women, black women. We already have a tough time being accepted. We have to work 10 times harder to even get half a step forward. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it was that time where I really was like, there I am. You know what I mean? Like, this is me, despite what anybody else say, despite the movies I watch and I see the lead girl, what she looks like I'm beautiful too. I love it. So yeah, that was weird. Hair means a lot to the black community. You know what I mean? Like that can make or break you. It means a lot to us.
And it's really like exhausting, because
it is.
We learn it at such a young age, which makes it even more difficult to comprehend when we get older. Like, my YouTube fam knows me with no wig. They know me with like natural X, Y, and Z. However, you know, it took a long time for me to get to that point mentally. And for some people, they don't understand that. They don't understand, oh, why are you scared to show your hair? Like, I have one of my best friends. She's beautiful. She's Moroccan and African, and her hair is just beautiful. And she's like, just wear your natural. I remember we were about to go to the club one night, and like, I could not lay my lace front down right, y'all. So she's like, just wear your natural hair. And I'm like, sis, I can't do that. Like, I just can't. That's not acceptable. That's not right. And like, she was just like, why? Your hair is beautiful. I'm like, no, like, what are you talking about? Like, and it just got me so like angry that she wouldn't understand that. But then it's just like, why am I feeling like this? Like I didn't understand it then, but like now when I start embracing myself and like really like looking in the mirror, and I'm like, this is how I was made. How can I expect for somebody to love me if I can't love me? If I can't look in the mirror and be like, you fine as hell.
Because of the things we saw, like movies, the lead character was always light skinned with curly hair, or light skinned with this bone straight hair. Music videos, lead girls are all the girls in the videos didn't look like us, and like, so, you know, we did things to make ourselves as close to them as possible, except, you know, change our skin. You know what I mean? Like, as close to white as possible. You know what I mean? To like even be taken serious, or, you know, like, it's sad. It's really sad. It's really, really sad, because, you know, we started off in Africa with braids and afros and things. Like, when and where did the shift happen? Like, it just
there's a cognitive disconnect, because a lot of people want to be natural. They want to be of the African essence of a woman, of a goddess, of this, but we still hide behind eyelashes and wigs, or you know, Facetune and all this other stuff. And it's like, there's beauty in stretch marks, there's beauty in love handles, there's beauty in having having texture. Skin has texture. Like, you know, it's okay if you want to smooth something here and there, but like, I be seeing people with the whole face just smoothed out,
looking porcelain,
and I'm just like, that's not what a human looks like. And I feel like and the younger generation coming up looks at that, and they're like, you know, my stepmom works at the hospital in the ER, and she's like, the #1 suicide people that come in, or like families that, you know, make calls to come pick up the bodies and X, Y, and Z are like teenagers, like between the ages of like, I think she said the youngest she had was like 11, you know, 11 to 16, 17. Like, it's already like, I'm like grown, I'm 24. And it's like, being on social media, you see beautiful people, you're like, dang, I wish I had bigger tits, or oh, I wish my butt, you know, curved a little bit more, you know, I have a little bit of a cellulite. But guess my man loves my cellulite.
Come on.
You know, my mama and my daddy made me who I am, and God does not make mistakes. So it's like when you start questioning your beauty, your worth, your who you are, it's like you're questioning God, you're questioning your existence, your everything. And everything is for a reason, you get me? Like this food, you know, God created tofu, you know, like just to feed like people who don't eat meat, you know, or whatever the case may be. Everything has a purpose. And it's like we all have something, but we start losing ourselves because everybody wants to look like everybody. Everybody wants to just do this one career. Everybody, because we see the quick success, but there's so many other lanes that are open for us to tap into, but everybody else doesn't want to tap into that. And I feel like that's where we start losing ourselves as a generation right now. The older generation, those were the people that we hold. Like music back in the day holds way more weight.
I'm about to say, if you look at like even the black rappers, singers, actresses, actors in like, you know, the 80s, 90s, if you look back, they were all natural women, barely any makeup, just beautiful people. And then you come to this to today, it's just like, where do we go wrong? How did this happen? Like, I don't know, because I love 90s movies, so I'm always watching them, and I just look at, you know, the old Nia Long and the old Gabrielle Unions and the old you know, like you just like they were so confident and beautiful. It was effortlessly in their natural state. You know what I mean? And people, I better say, and men drooled over them.
They were accepted. Yeah. They didn't have to do the knit tucks and everything. And don't get me wrong. Some of my best friends got stuff done, and honey, if it makes you confident, if it makes you feel good, I'm 1,000% for it. But when I get DMs of girls like, oh AJ, I'm about to go to the doctor, and I show him your picture, I just want to know your measurements because I want to send it to him. I'm like, girl, huh? Like, do it for you. Don't do it for people. The idea of, oh, it's gonna make my man happy. And I know y'all have heard this spiel a lot, but y'all have heard it for a reason, because that means it's important. If you want to do it for you, okay, do it for you. But if it's like for, sorry, y'all human too, y'all know how it go. No. But like, if you want to do surgery, do it for you. If you're gonna do it for social media and X, Y, Z, you will not be happy. You will not. You will be happy for a year, maybe 2 years or whatever, but 10, 15, maybe not that long, 3 years down the line, you are gonna look in that mirror and I literally, don't be fooled by social media. I know so many of these people who smile and who are depressed in real life. Like, it's sad. So,
I mean, that's how suicide happens. Like they're, you know, they're the hurt inside, but because they smile and they go about their day like nothing's wrong, and then they, you know, then they end up harming themselves, God forbid, and they pass away, and then everybody's like, oh, he just seemed like he was just so happy. She just seemed like she was just so happy, and so proud, and like, you know what I mean? I think it's because people don't take the time out to, like they say, check on your strongest friends, because you know they're usually the ones that's like really going through stuff, but they feel that they have to be strong for others. You know what I mean? So they don't take time out for themselves. Y'all, you know what's going on in the world today. Like, we need to love each other more, hug each other more. I love yous need to happen more. I don't know. Love yourself more. Love others around you more. It's just, yeah, we are in a time to where like all we got is each other. We in the house. You know what I mean? Like, all we have is each other. It's like, I don't know.
So, okay, this is a question. Does I love you mean, what does I love you mean to you?
I care about you. It's different from in love. Okay. Like when I say I love you to my boyfriend, it's I'm in love with you. Like, this is the man that I want to spend the rest of my life with. You know, yada yada yada. Like, you know what I mean? But when I say it to like friends, family, even associates, it's like I care for you deeply. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. If you ever need anything, let me know. Like, I'm here. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for you. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter if we haven't talked in a month. If you still need to reach out because you need something, let me know. I love you. Know what I mean? I love you. Like, because we're all human. you know,
Right.
everybody gets busy. We all go through our things. Some of my friends got kids. Some of my friends are married. Some of my friends, you know what I mean? So like and these are my best friends of like 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? Like there's times we went a month and a half without talking, but then like we end up, you know, reaching back out and speaking, but it picks up where it left off. It's like nothing, a void didn't happen because we grown. You know what I mean? Like we know life happens. It doesn't mean I love you any less. It just means I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm never too busy. Like if you need to pick up the phone because something that went wrong or you need, you know, you need help, advice, yada, yada, yada. But it's like maybe we can't hang out as much as we used to. We can't, you know what I mean? We can't have 2-hour-long conversations on the phone like we used to because we got things to do.
No.
So that's what I mean. So it's like, yeah.
I feel like I definitely have my version of I love you, and I think it pretty much is the same. But I think my issue with I love you now, and I do this too, so I can't. I'm not talking about people. It's like it became watered down. So I remember a while ago, me and somebody I hold really close to my heart kind of got into it in the sense where I told them, you know, I love you, and they were like, well, you tell everybody that, so I can't really take that in.
But where is there a rule that you can only love a certain amount of people though? Where does that say that at? Who says that I can't? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm like I said, relationships, like you're in love with 5 different people.
Right.
Morally, that may be a little wrong, but then again, who says that's wrong? Because in certain cultures, being married to 5 women is socially accepted. You know what I mean? I just think, I don't know. I just think people are too hard on people. We expect too much. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think what happens with expectation, when you expect too much, you're always going to be disappointed because people, we're humans. We can't live up to expectations like that. So there's nowhere in any book that says, the Bible, that says you cannot love. There's a limited amount of people you can say you can love. You know, I love you too. There's nothing. I would have been like, show me where. Show me where. Which chapter in the Bible did God say that? Because that's the only thing I'm going to listen to. I'm not listening to someone wrote it in some little fictional, non-fiction book. Show me in the Bible where he says I can only love 5 people. Please. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Because think of all of your family members. You have hundreds of family members. Don't you love them all? Like, there's no... So that's whack. That person, whoever, I'm sorry if you're watching this, and you know who she's talking about. That's not fair. There's enough love to go around. You know what I mean? That's not right.
And that's what I'm like we spoke about earlier. I love love, and I love making people happy. I genuinely get happy making somebody else happy. It's not like, oh, I did this for them, like the universe is gonna bless me. Like I get like if I give a homeless man a whole box of pizza on the street, that makes me happy. Like to see him happy. Or if I pick my nephew up and like lift him up and he's laughing and smiling, that makes me happy. And it's like when I tell people I love them, sometimes they need to hear that. And that doesn't mean I'm using it like it's not holding weight. I may not love you or I'm about to die for you, but it's like I love you where it's like I see you. I'm here for you. I'm that person who will take time. Okay, I'm on set right now, but as soon as this is over, I'm gonna call you right back to make sure you're good, okay? Like I will make time out of my day to make sure you're straight.
And it's so funny because years ago, I was talking to someone and we were walking down the street. Even when I walk down the street, I speak to people, I pass. If it's not a speak, I smile, but right now we wear masks so people can't see you smile. But I make sure I do this. You know, I've always said hello, and I remember I was walking with someone and they was like, why do you speak to everybody? That's weird. And I said, it's not weird. I said, but you never know who needs that. I might be the only one that has spoken to them today. Right. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what I mean? Like it takes $0, zero effort to be kind to people. That's all it takes. That's a 2-second thing. Me walking down the street saying, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? Even if they don't speak back, I don't care. But like, you just never know what that person's going through, or somebody probably needed that, hey, how are you? You know what I mean?
And you did your part.
Yeah.
You can sleep at night.
Yeah, so I'm looking at him like, you're weird for not talking to people. Like, that's weird. Passing by people and not saying nothing.
For
you know
real
what I mean?
though.
So like,
you better. I'm like, who you talking to? Did you smile at somebody today?
Yeah, you never know who needs that. You know, you never know who needs that, hey, how are you? Or even if it's a, oh girl, I like your shoes. You never know who needs that day, whether you know them or not. And these are strangers I say this to, because it takes nothing to be kind to people. We need to be kinder, guys. So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I enjoy making people happy, and such a giver. Even when it comes to gifts, like I'm not like when I gift people, they be like, oh, but I didn't get you anything. I was like, so because you didn't give me anything, like you know what I mean? Like this ain't no give and take. You know what I mean? I gave it to you because I wanted to give it to you, not because I was expecting anything.
I hate that.
I literally
care. You know? I lost a friendship with somebody, and I didn't know they were keeping tabs on everything. Now I get it. Don't get me wrong. You don't want to be the person who's constantly doing. You don't want to be taken advantage of.
No, and there's a thin line. Of course, I agree with that.
I've been there. I understand that completely. But this person literally was just keeping tabs on everything, and it's just crazy to me when I was still doing mutual stuff. So it was just like, what kind of friendship is it really if you're like, well, I did this, and this, but then like me, I'm just doing it out of the kindness of my heart, not because like, oh, I expect something in return. So it's like, I'm like, all right, this isn't real. This isn't something that is going to have longevity. This is going to be something that's going to be healthy in the future. For me, I call friendships people I can really count on. Somebody I could like, who's not going to like, you know, say, oh, I came over her house, she got to come over my house next. Like, no, like whatever the case may be, or like, oh, she like, I'm the type of friend like I don't ask people to give me gas money, not because I got it or whatever. It's just like, if I'm driving to you or if you want me to pick you up or whatever, boo, okay. But if it's like going out of the way, or it doesn't matter to me. It's just about people. If I care for you, I just want to make sure you're good. And I just feel like sometimes it just starts lacking right now. We forgot which question we left off at, but we about to start.
I think we hit it. I think we did pretty good with that one.
Comment down below if you agree or disagree with that previous question. Okay. Next question. What do you think?
You got it on your phone.
I can pull it up.
Because I totally forgot where we were at. Because I did have a question stemming from that topic, but
I know we was on a roll, and then I'm like,
camera died.
I'm like, okay now.
TV show.
Okay. I'm more of a movie head.
Okay.
I watch a lot of movies because you mentioned like 90s movies earlier. I love 90s movies. However, I'm trying to think. Favorite TV show in life?
Whatever you wanna. It could be now, 10 years ago.
Growing up, your girl loved Moesha. I was like, I am her, she is me. We used to live in Crenshaw. I was like, oh my gosh. So Moesha was my favorite show growing up. But I watched a lot of stuff. I watched like Scandal. I love like mystery type of shows. Okay. Oh, that All American show.
That was good.
That was good. Jimmy Neutron.
Come on, Jimmy Neutron.
Love Jimmy Neutron. SpongeBob. Yeah, I literally go like, and then I love the History Channel too. And
so she's just all over, honey.
Oh, and National Geographic. Oh, I love. Like,
does not discriminate.
Planet Earth. Yeah. What about you?
Me, I have a lot, but just to sum it up, I'm so glad Netflix partnered and got all of our black 90s, early 2000s
Girlfriends.
Girl, I have watched all of them. I've watched.
Me too.
I've watched and finished Girlfriends, 101, Smart Guy, Parkers.
Smart Guy's on there?
Yeah, Smart Guy, Parkers.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
And so now I'm on to like half and half. Right now I'm watching half and half.
I just finished half and half.
But girl, of course, I mean, it goes back like since we're just gonna keep it at, I have so many, but we're gonna keep it at that. Like I'm like in love. Like I literally binge watch them and I'm in front of the TV like smiling and cheesing constantly because I'm just like, they're so nostalgic, and it just reminds me again when we're talking about that natural black beauty. Like all these shows have like natural black beautiful queens that are like so confident in themselves, and the shows are very like family oriented, so you get that sense of like, you know, black families can be one, you know what I mean? We can't grow up in a house with like daddy and mom and sisters and siblings compared to the shows now which is fine because that's reality too, but sometimes we like seeing ourselves as like the complete package like these other shows.
In a positive light.
Yeah. In a positive light where you are successful. You're not saying anything's wrong with this, but you're not like living in the hood and gang banging and all that stuff.
Yeah, because I used to live in the hood. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. So I'm saying it's all reality, but sometimes like even people in the hood, they like watching those shows because it gives them gives them hope, and like my life doesn't always have to be like.
It's about just showing that colored people or black people as in its entirety can be seen in different lights. Like we can have that, you know, we can be pull up, have the big house, have the Mercedes, the Porsche, the Lambo, have the great job where we're the CEO and the wife and the children. We can have that. We can also be, you know, a gangbanger and just thugging it out and whatever the case might be. Like we can be a mix, we can be the best of both, but it's just like being able to show that and not just one-sided, because I feel like that part is where it's the cognitive in society now, where it's like, oh, these are how these people are.
And that's what I'm saying, because all the shows now, I feel like it goes toward, you know, the hood side, which again is fine, but I feel like they're neglecting it. Like things like that's reality, yes, but that's not everything. Like it doesn't always have to be
the black excellence.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be, oh, you know, a single parent home, the mama's struggling and the kid, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be like that. There's beauty in both of these worlds. The hood is beautiful. There's beautiful things. The hood is beautiful. Loyalty, respect. That's beautiful. You know,
the hood is very beautiful.
Yeah. There's beautiful qualities in
you
both.
Learn a different mentality, man.
That's what I'm saying. Loyalty, respect.
I used to live in Compton.
Honor. Yeah.
You learn a mentality out there that the school doesn't teach you. You learn how to walk down the street with, you know, like you become aware of your surroundings. I know when a car is pulling up behind me before it's like 10 feet away from me or like a mile away from me. Like I feel it. I can tell when somebody else is behind me without even, you know, and it's not like on some like, oh, like you got to be on your guard, but it's just like this, as a black person in general, especially in Compton, the police used to be very just like, you know, I remember, maybe I'll do a story time on this one day, guys, I don't know, but like the police did something to me and my mom one day and it will forever live with me, and it was just like one of those things that has always stuck with me. So
sorry,
I always, no, it's okay, but it's literally just like I always, like I'll look and keep it pushing, like, oh, I can feel it without even turning my head. Like it's just like a sixth sense. And it's just like I feel like a lot of black people recognize that and they have that. Like my brother has it, some of my friends have that.
But even if they did grow up in the hood, I know I didn't. I wasn't rich, but I wasn't, you know, in the hood either. Not saying people in the hood ain't got money. Some people, it's just, you know.
Yes, they do. Some of them.
That's what I'm saying. Housing is cheaper out there, and you get big spaces for your
frugal.
I say, and you get big spaces for your money. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But I grew up like in the middle, more so leaning towards, you know, struggle sometimes. But I mean, I even have that fear. I mean, I've never been through anything. I don't know any family members have been anything with the police, but I think it's just instilled in us, just because I don't know if it's because of the movies we watch, TV shows we watch, stories we hear, you know what I mean? So I've always been like, even getting pulled over, even just for a ticket, I'd be so nervous. I'd be like, okay.
So you never really had like any bad encounters?
For the police, no. But that's what I'm saying. But I'm also on the other side too, the other spectrum, because you know, like all this police brutality and all this stuff that goes on, black people have spoken out about that, you know, but I've never, it must be something y'all doing, because I've never had an encounter with the police. I haven't either, but I'm not going to negate the fact that it is there, you know what I mean? I am aware of it, I know it's happened, it's just that I've been blessed enough not to been in that predicament. But can it happen to me? Absolutely. It doesn't mean, just because I haven't been through it doesn't mean that it can't happen to me, and then I negate the fact that it happens to you know, pretty much everyone around me.
So okay, I'm curious, have you ever been racially profiled?
Other than like followed in the store, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been followed in the store, you know, when in place, but it wasn't even that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even. So I really have not.
And you know what? I love it because that's your truth. Yeah. And that's what happened. It's like this world is not perfect. The world is very like, you know, it got a lot of fixing. It's really hurt.
Just brought up something. Actually, I have. No, but it was in the sense of like modeling. It wasn't like racially profiled. It was definitely. It wasn't racially profiled where it was between, so I wouldn't even say it's probably racially profiled, but in a sense it wasn't like, oh, they treated me a certain way because I was black, but at the same time, yes, they did. It was like, okay, because you know Miami Swim Week has
yes, girl,
horrible.
Yes.
So I went for my very first time, and that was the first time that I felt like I was nasty. That's the way they treated me. Like we have been feeling it all weekend because no one was really paying attention to the dark-skinned girls, and especially me with afro. You know what I mean? It's Miami. They like Brazilian girls. They like this, you know, that type of look. They like the white, you know, wavy beach waves in the hair. So when I show up with my black self and my, you know, African queen
unapologetically beautiful crown,
walking in my bathing suits, acting like we're getting shut down. So it was happening all week. So but it got to this one designer where she definitely she tried it. So she, I mean, in front of like a long line full of models, basically she pointed me out in the group. She was like, your hair, like gave me like the stank look. Like my hair was just absolutely disgusting.
And the thing that pisses me off about that, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
But it's like, if I was to see her walking down the street, who are you?
Yeah.
I would not know who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like these people who feel like they have these godlike complex, you know, like they above people. I'm quick to humble somebody real quick because I'm like, guess what? At the end of the day, we all end up in the same place.
Yep.
So I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. No, it's okay. I totally agree. And I think.
Okay.
We're back.
We're back.
Well, no, I was just saying that like some people in those positions, I really truly think these are people who were bullied as a child, wasn't very popular, you know what I mean? So then they get these positions to where they're like they can say no to models, and it gives them something.
Yeah, it gives them that like, oh, I have
feel,
something over you.
Yeah.
But it's like if you have to belittle somebody just to make yourself look or feel better, it's like, honey, you better look at the mirror again.
So once I started putting back on my clothes, I was like, you know what, no problem. But I went with like 5 other of my girlfriends down there, model girlfriends from here down there, and they're just as dark skinned as I am, but they, you know, they had, you know, the weave thing going on, which is fine. So, but then the designer comes out again and looks in the line and basically says, you know what, no dark skinned girls, period. Just like that.
What?
I kid you not.
What?
I won't lie. So basically, so after this happened, because it was just disgusting behavior, and so like my friends started getting dressed or whatever. We all started to leave, and I guess we wasn't moving fast enough. I don't know, but she was like, you know what? Audition closed, casting's over. So then as we're leaving to go leave, her little assistant comes up. She was like, oh, there's a whole lobby full of models still waiting to be seen, and she was like, okay, casting's back open. So girl, so I took to my social media and I talked about it, and it blew up. Like I had all kinds of blogs. I did so many interviews.
Really?
Like, girl, yeah. Like we made it to Fox News. We almost made it to Fox News, but Fox News wanted like a video proof, and I was like, during the time, like why would I put out a video? But
whatever.
And that goes to show that like if it's not on video, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? But then again, I was like, this happens. Like it happens every day. I was like, so if it came out, I don't think any model would think that I was lying, because they're like, oh, it's happening. But anyways, so we blew up, did all kinds of interviews. Miami Swim Week people, they reached out, wanted to have a conversation and talk about it, and begged me to like stop doing these interviews and quit talking, girl. So they reached out and was like, well, maybe we can sit you and the designer down, we can all talk. There's nothing to talk about it. You said what you said. What is the point? So yes, I have been profiled, but not in the way.
How you forget that?
Because I think it was such a trying time where I was like, I don't ever want to go through anything like that again.
You put it in the back. That's how like far past over.
Yeah, it was a lot that was happening during that time. So that's what I'm saying. But I guess I didn't. I mean, it was always there, but I guess I didn't see it as like profiling in the sense of profiling what we're talking about. You know what I mean? It was profiling in the sense of like entertainment, because we all know that dark-skinned women are profiled and thought to be less than any other race. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, in that sense of profiling, yes, but not in the sense of like police brutality or you know what I mean, that type.
For sure. That's crazy. I'm sorry you had to go through that. That's wild.
It was a mess.
I'm sure it humbled her in some way. Maybe.
I hope so. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know because you know this happened 2 years ago. So last year, I checked to see. I don't think the same designer. I still don't think that she used any dark-skinned black models. And you know what's funny? When it went public, because I didn't even say who the designer was. Other people who was in line, models who were in line that caught wind, they ended up saying who the designer was under my post. So I was like, I didn't even expose y'all. I was just saying that like y'all were trifling. But then it came out, it was so funny because they started showing models. They was like, what does she mean we don't have black models? Yes, we did. You know the black model she showed me? Guess. You already know what type. Girl, light-skinned models. With curly hair.
Like
she was saying,
I thought we were naming a person.
No. She was saying like, how can she say we didn't have black models? Like, yes, we do. And so they was doing it as a reference. Like, see, she's lying.
Oh, they always do that.
But it was like, that's what I'm saying. I was like, but it's still not, you don't have any that look like me. Like, not even necessarily a fro, but like anything lighter than.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand representation holds weight. Because there's a younger girl, like there's a younger white girl, there's a younger Indian girl, there's a younger Hispanic girl, there's a younger Chinese girl who wants to see a girl on that runway who looks like her, so she can say, I can do that too, if that's what she wants to do in life. But to have this one-sided, like, you know, one race, it makes you feel like, oh well, I have to be just like this in order to, or as close as I can get to this, which leads to girls only wanting to wear wigs or bleaching their skin or getting this surgery done to look like something that they're not, when everything that they are is perfect and acceptable. And it's like, to have this, to be in this industry, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I'm able to be as free, I'm able to look, you know, work with amazing people and be as creative, and I get to use the skills that God has given me. But it also is like, it sheds light on what's really important too. Like, we have to love ourselves, and the industry is not for the weak-minded at all. It's not. They will call you fat. They will call you, your skin or your race is off. They will make fun of your hair. They will make fun of your skin. Your, like, not just your complexion, but like your texture of the skin. Oh, your pores are too big. Your pores are too small. You know, whatever. And it's like, if you start living by the opinions of other people to escalate your mentality, you'll never be happy.
And that's why they say you got to find happiness within yourself, because you can't expect other people. Again, it's expectation. You can't expect me to make you happy. I'm going to disappoint you. You're going to already have to be happy, and then I add to that. You know what I mean? I can't. That's too much weight for me.
Yeah, no,
I'm not perfect. That's too much weight. I can't make you happy. I'm sorry, sis. I can't do it.
You have to, because when I got into, like, for example, when I got in my relationship, I was like, oh, you're the yin to my yang, trying to be all cute. He was like, no. He was like, you need to be your own yin yang, I'm my own yin yang, and then we come full circle with it. But it's like, if you trying to, like, if you looking for a job, a person, something to complete you, if that thing walks out of your life, that means
to be happy after it's
done. Does that mean you're gonna be incomplete back again, and you starting right from square one? So it's like, do the self-work now, put that time in and energy now. So then when you meet somebody else who's on that same energy frequency as you, that is some boss-ish right there. Whether it's a job, whether it's a person, whatever the case may be, that's gonna level you up. So, yeah. That's that, y'all. That's all I want to on that.
Okay, one more question, and you wanna?
One more.
We've kept the people long enough. Thank you for hanging in there. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you have, you know, your own discussions in the comments, and we can come down here and chat with you guys.
Y'all, your girl was eating. Now, Joia,
I'm full. My bad. Listen, y'all. I feel like my stomach is like this big. I can never eat that much.
I love that. I wish that was my problem, honey. Let me tell you.
Is so little.
I ate my broccoli and tofu, and now I'm on my pad thai, and I'll be done. But don't tell my man had ordered me some dinner. So we'll see. But okay, question. Okay, let's keep it light. What do you like to cook the most?
Anything pasta related. That's my favorite.
She said pasta related.
Anything that has noodles, count me in.
Really?
I love noodles. I do. I love noodles. Always had. Before being vegan, my favorite was fettuccine alfredo. I love pasta dishes. Anything with noodles.
She said noodles. I can respect that.
So yeah.
I'm eating pad thai right now.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to make. Now, this does not mean I can't cook, but I love.
You know when they do that disclaimer, that's usually what it means.
No. I've been throwing down, but I like making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Listen, you can never go wrong.
I make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Jelly has saved me on a many days and been right good.
I love peanut butter, especially you have to use the right slither of peanut butter. A little bit more peanut butter than jelly, but not too.
You've lost me already. So you just want the sticky mouth? No, you just want to stuck to the top of your roof.
I love peanut butter. Okay, we're gonna wait. Pause. Hello. Hi. Okay, great. Thank you. Bye. Okay. We can cut that part out. We cut this part out. Okay. But yeah, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, y'all, is my thing. Like, I don't know. Are you like more jelly?
Like half and half. I wouldn't, because you said a little bit more.
Just a little bit. I like peanut butter. That's my thing.
Just stuck to the roof.
I eat a peanut butter sandwich.
Yes. You're sucking it and
you know what I used to do, y'all? This is
just a peanut butter sandwich. Girl.
Oh, girl, no, it gets worse. No, okay, I never told anybody this, really. Like, especially, and then I'm telling y'all this, like this is crazy. But when I was younger, I like loved peanut butter so much. Yeah, you guys remember the big jar of Skippy? Like with the blue top and the big giant one that's supposed to last like months. So like I used to like get the like jar and go in my closet when I was a kid and get like a spoon and go eat peanut butter in the closet. And then I remember one day my dad opened the closet and found me, and he was like, "If you keep doing that, you're gonna get obese and you're going to die." And I was like crying. I was like, "Oh my god!" Okay. And then I had to have peanut butter for like, I think it was like 4 months, and then I started eating peanut butter again.
What's funny is you say that you just eat peanut butter sandwiches. My sister growing up, she's gonna kill me if she sees this, but we was like not poor. Like we had sandwich meat or whatever, anything to make a complete sandwich in the fridge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She would just eat mayonnaise sandwiches. Just mayonnaise.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. She liked mayonnaise that much. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we weren't like, I'm sure people have to do that to get by and understand that. I was like, but that was not us. Like there were things in there to make a complete sandwich: lettuce, tomatoes, meat.
I would have a mustard sandwich before I have a mayonnaise sandwich. That says a lot.
No, so I wouldn't have nothing.
I'm
just not gonna eat anything. I can't. She would just eat mayonnaise sandwiches.
Not eat anything. I eat the bread at least.
Yeah. But she would just eat mayonnaise, and it would be so much mayonnaise too, to where she took a bite and it would fall out the.
I done lost my appetite. We good. On that note, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. And like always,
we'll see y'all in the next